Welcome to my Halloween devil makeup tutorial. First I'm going to take a black eyeshadow and I'm just going to fill in my brows like normal, but because it's black it makes them a lot more intense. Once both of my brows are done, I'm then going to move on to blusher. Now, because it's quite hot in hell, I want this to be quite intense and quite harsh colour, so that's why I've put quite a lot on. So next I'm going to go on to my eyes. Now I'm taking some sellotape and taking that from the corner of my eye up to the corner of my eyebrow. Next I'm taking a gel eyeliner. Now it doesn't have to be gel, you can use a liquid one too, and I'm just making an arch above my crease and flicking along the sellotape. So now I'm going to take a shimmery white eyeshadow and I'm just putting that all over my brow bone. Next I'm just going in with a black eyeshadow and I'm making a smoky sort of wing, but I'm also making the line a lot more defined with whatever eyeliner I can get my hands on basically. I find the brightest red that I can and I put that all over my eyelid. Now don't even think about being subtle with this part. This is a Halloween look, remember? So I put that all over my lid. Now the fun part is taking the sellotape off, and wow, it just creates such a crisp, sharp line. So I'm taking that red eyeshadow again and I'm going onto my lower lash line and hooking it up with the red eyeshadow that I put all over my eyelid. So I've done my eyeliner as I usually would and linked that up to the original wing that we created. Now again, it doesn't matter if you use gel or liquid, just use whatever's easier for you. I've also created a wing in the corner of my eye which can get a little bit messy, so if you make mistakes then just go in there with a cotton bud and clear that up. So then I'm going in with a black eyeshadow just to make it more smoky under my eye, and I'm just lining everything up together. I've taken a black Kohl pencil and gone on my waterline just because we want a really intense, sort of dramatic eye look. Then it's mascara time, so I've taken my sleek mascara and I've just given my eyelashes a couple of coats. Now after I finish my mascara, I'm then going to go in with some false eyelashes. Now I'm not going to film this because I really suck at putting them on, so I had to concentrate and it took a while, but I will show you what they look like when they're on, which is now. There you go. So it just gives the look that little bit extra sort of jazz and shebang. Yep, great words there. So then we're going to get on with the other eye, and as you can see I've completed both of those because you saw how I did the first one. So I'm going to grab my liquid latex and I've got my horn prosthetics. These are really cheap, so I'm just going to see where I want them to sit, and then I'm taking my liquid latex with a Q-tip and I'm just going to cover the entire horn and sort of line up where they're meant to go and then stick it. Now this stuff dries really fast, so I literally just have to hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then once that's done I will stick the other one on too. Horny. Yep, I went there with that pun. So next I decided to do a red lip, so I'm just going in there with my MAC Russian Red. It doesn't matter what lipstick you use, any red will do, and here I am having a little dance because why not? So now I'm using a product which is called Nose and Scar Wax by Ben Nye. Now if you can't get your hands on this, then I advise that you use tissue paper and liquid latex and layer that up to create the sort of skin wounds. There are multiple ways that you can do this, but I'm using what I've got and what I wanted to use. Now if you are going to use Scar Wax, I've missed a step out here and I would use spirit gum, but I didn't have any, but you would just put that on first. Now here are the wounds that I've created. They look a little bit messy right now, so I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow and I'm trying to find some eyeshadow shades that make it look like this wound is inflamed and it's sore. Like I've just had horns that have just come through my head, okay? So I'm just going to do that on both of the wounds until I'm completely satisfied with how they look. Now by this point I'm getting pretty happy with how it's looking, but it's not quite finished. So I'm then going to go and take my Fresh Scab gel, which is by Ben Nye. Now this stuff is excellent, it really does look realistic and it's really gross, but I'm taking a cotton bud and I'm just going around the wound where the horns have burst through my head, and yeah, it looks disgusting. So I do that on both of them again until I'm happy with how it looks. Ugh, it's so thick and congealed. Then I'm just going to take my normal fake blood, which this stuff's edible too, so, you know, you can go wild with this stuff. And I just let that drip down my face. Note to self, don't get this stuff in your hair because it's very sticky and it dries really like cement. So that's it, guys. This is the end of my tutorial. What do you think? I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the horns, they're my favorite bit, and it's just, I found it quite simple to do. I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you liked it by giving it a massive thumbs up. Also, share it with your friends. Maybe you've got some Halloween parties coming up and people are stuck for ideas, then definitely share this idea because it's really simple and it's also really fun to do. So I will see you in my next tutorial. So I'll see you soon. Bye guys. Bye.